Welcome to the Generation Kids Daily Devo podcast, where we move from wonder to worship, looking for God at work in the world around us, ready to ask the tough questions and discover what His Word has to say to us. Today's episode is titled, Shaking Off the Signs, and it comes from me, Casey Taylor. I've discovered that, even though she's 11, considerably shorter and much cuter than me, my daughter and I are a lot alike. We have a lot of similar interests and a taste for much of the same things. We both love Starbucks, crime-solving mystery shows, acting ridiculous, and making funny voices and faces, and literally so many other things. One of the things that I introduced her to that she took to immediately, which she is still obsessed with to this day, is carbonated water. She loves it. She would drink a whole box of them a day if we let her. If I'm drinking one, she'll grab it and take several hearty swigs of it. And then, remembering how great the first couple of drinks tasted, she'll come back and take a couple more, to the point where it was almost as if I just opened it for her, and it was never mine in the first place. Because as I mentioned, she's so cute and kind, I never mind. But one thing I had to make sure she knew before she dove headfirst into a world of sparkling water was that while she can be excited to drink them, she should probably not get too excited about a can of sparkling water before opening it. Because as anyone knows, when you shake or jostle a can of anything carbonated, whether it's sparkling water, Coke, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, or whatever, if you shake it too much before you open it, something inside of that can is desperate to explode and come out and say hi to your face or your shirt, and generally all over the place. Now, I've told her that this can happen, but experience is often the best teacher, and she's learned this lesson the hard way several times. There are some ways to tell that your can might be in danger of that carbonated explosion that can help you know what the next steps to take are. When you squeeze the can, you can feel whether or not the can feels tighter from all the pressure building up, with the motion of the frenzied carbonated bubbles inside pushing to get out. But another method is to very slightly and just barely lift the tab up on the can. If the air sounds like it's about to rush out like the wind of a Texas thunderstorm, you'll know you need to give it a few seconds. You can hear the pressure releasing without allowing all of the contents of the can to explode along with it. As people, we can have these same signals that we learn to notice. And when the Spirit is active within us and we're living submitted to His leading, James 1:19-20 tells us what things might look like versus what could happen if we don't heed the signs and allow the Spirit to decompress our emotions a little, like a slight lifting of the tab on a can.
Know this, my beloved brothers. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger, for the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. James 1:19-20.
When something frustrating happens that affects us, if we don't allow the signs within us to alert us to the potential that we could lose our tempers and maybe say or do something we'll regret, then we will blow right past the warning signs, that pressure that we feel building up. When we don't take deep breaths or pause to remember who God is, and that He is in control, we won't loosen our grips on control and allow that slow pressure to dissolve, like that tab slowly lifting, letting the air out of what might have been an explosive situation. The fruit of self-control is about learning to walk in the Spirit and to recognize the signs of the flesh, so that when they come, and they will, we have a plan and a perspective. We don't react, we reflect and then diffuse. The easiest path to take is just to react when the pressure builds up. But that doesn't take any skill, God-given strength, or power of the Spirit. It takes pure instinct and frustration. But to pause, reflect, breathe, and listen for the voice of God, that takes the Spirit. And it will be the thing that builds a true strength in us, the kind that only the Spirit produces in us, called self-control. Now it's time for
Today's Big Question!
Today's big question is, what are your warning signals alerting you that you need the Spirit? How does your body feel? How do you typically react just before you lose it, when and if you do? Begin to pray that the Spirit would alert your mind to those signs as they pop up, and pray for strength and power from the Spirit to breathe, remember that God's in control, and let that pressure slowly fade away. Then you'll be able to truly listen, and when you do speak, your words will have had time to move towards wisdom and not a purely emotional reaction. Thanks for listening to the Generation Kids Daily Devo podcast. If you want to keep in touch with us on all our social media platforms, check out the links in the description. And if you'd like to help support us as we continue to create meaningful content for kids of all generations, please subscribe to our Patreon by visiting us at patreon.com/wearegenerationkids.